The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live.
Great things, my fellow warriors. It's your boy Meckanimal, and today we're back at it. This time with the lower body commentary. And today, after 5.5 months of conjugate training, I'm finally get to stall, and it's due to many reasons. That might be one that I suspect will be the fact that I've lost some weight, which altered the momentum that I've carried so far. The second will be just that I have reached a level of fatigue and might need the deload that I haven't taken in a long time, like 8 weeks. So today is the turn for the squat, and that's my main lift of the lower body that I've been working on, which variation I've used in the previous cycles. And then today I was supposed to hit 450, which obviously I failed miserably, and you can see the bummer right after the failure. And the thing is, like, everything was going so perfectly because the week prior to this failure, I've hit 405 on the pin squat, which from past data was about 60% of 90% of my one repetition max, and when the calculation was made, it coincided with 460 pound. It put me at 460 on my max, and then using my previous PR on the back squat, I've used 435 last time that I hit, and with a consistent increment of 5% that I've been making, it would have put me around 455. So because the last pin squats put me around 460, I had all the reason to believe that I was gonna hit something around 450, between 450 and 460, and that's why I started with 450 instead of shooting to 455, because 455 would have looked better with just snapping 25 on each side. So I wanted to be a little more conservative, but unfortunately it didn't go as planned. So I can't really be myself because so far everything has been going perfectly, and I have the data to back it up. It's just one of those things. I will have to wait in few weeks to see what went wrong, whether it's my body composition, whether it was just fatigue. I may not have had enough sleep, but I doubt that because the same thing happened on my upper body. Like, I missed the PR on my upper body as well. So something something should be noted based on that pattern. And this is additional data that I can use to troubleshoot what went wrong. But again, it's been like 6 months, and progress. I've been making PR for the past 6 months. I think it's possibly about time to stall and me trying to find a way to circumvent it, because that's just the way training works. So as you can see, everything is documented, and I use the pattern percentages to kind of anticipate, and it's been magical. I've been making PR on PR for the past 6 months, and I love the conjugate style. on top of that, I can hit my skill work. I just love it. Everything is sweet. So, and fast forward accessories, I cycle between the good mornings and the remaining deadlift. Last time I've left the remaining deadlift, it was 365. So when I resume this new cycle, I try to use the same load. It was awfully heavy. I think I had 8 repetitions before I cycled to the good morning, but this time, yeah, even like 3 repetitions was hard, and I end up performing 6 rep. So I made the average of all the repetition that I performed with this 365, and then the total tonnage. I try to divide it by 315 because I wanted to use 315 for the new load, give my body time to recover and increase the rep range. So it came about 10 repetition. So that's what I'm gonna be using from now on instead of 365. So the next cycle I will just use 315 at 11 repetition, and then on the third week 315 at 12 repetition. So that's is gonna solve already. And instead of using rep range of 5 for my accessories on my uh, heavy days, I'm gonna try to increase the rep range and lower the intensity so I can get more volume without really too much expenditure on my recovery. And that's the plan. And then my second accessory work is supposed to be the GHD back hyperextension, but this time I cut it out again so I can get myself to recover. So that's kind of like a technical deload, still hitting heavy intensity but reducing the volume on my accessory work. So I just went straight to the Nordic Curls. Nordic Curls, still you can see that I'm sore on my tendons of the hamstring, so I use my hand to assist it. So that's how I usually do. Use a little bit of assistance. I can gauge by how I feel that day, push slightly, and then finish the movement by myself. I was able to get 10 repetition, which is what I planned, and that will be that for 3 sets that I've done that day. Then later on, I did reverse hyperextension, which is good to unload, decompress your spine, and I intend to use it on the upcoming cycle. And for today, I just use a pretty low load, which is gonna be used for rehab purpose, not really to strengthen up my lower back and glutes and hamstring, but more like some to keep the blood flowing. And so I just used 120 pound, which is about a quarter of my estimate maximum that I've performed the last time on the deadlift. So that's how I was able to get some some number that I can use for that purpose, and it happens not to be too heavy, so we're just gonna roll with it. So that's that, and that's how I ended my max effort day, which was pretty sad outcome, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Let's jump now to the dynamic effort day. This cycle, I'm still using the wide grip. The wide stance with the box front squat, and for doubles. And today I'm using 175 pound, and I went for 8 sets, accumulating, no, 12 sets. 12 sets, accumulating a total of 24 repetition, followed by 6 sets of doubles with the deadlift, the conventional deadlift. I'm back to the conventional deadlift now, and this time I added the band. The red one's pretty light, but at least I get to have a higher tension on top. Get some different stimulus, and planning to use that for the next 3 weeks as well. And after that, I think that was about it. Because of how the max effort day went, I decided I was gonna take out all my hardcore accessory work, like the CC squat and the pistol squat. I probably need my joint to recover a little bit, and the soreness to go down might help me perform better on the max effort day that will come in 72 hours. And because of that, I just did some basic leg extension on the machine, even though I hate it. I feel stupid using those. So I just put it on really light, I think 40 or 50 pound, and went for like a set of 25s for 3 sets. Just something to get a pump in my quads, to get the blood flowing inside and get to recover faster. And after that, I finished up with my leg raises. So I did the leg raises for this week. I kept the cycle, the progress as normal. I didn't change any data for that because I have not been bothered so far. I've been building from 5 pound, and I'm now on let me see, 30 pound or 35, 30. So I'm using 30 pound for 3 sets of 10s on the leg raise, the weighted leg raises, to which I attached ankle weights. And that's that. That's how I finished my dynamic day on the lower body. So far, I'm pretty happy with how I was able to accommodate the situation. I was able to morph and adapt to the new situation and occurrence. And from then, I'm gonna make some modification for the upcoming weeks. But I just have a feeling that I'm probably gonna have to ride some wave of failure, technical failure, for the next few weeks before I can take off again. Because I feel like the body composition that has changed when I did my 5 days fasting is kind of still affecting me, but not that much because I was able to sustain strength for the most part. And also, I'd like to mention that the big jumps that I made, like this time from the 405, which was pretty fast, that's how I can tell that I'm definitely stronger. Back then 405 would be dreadful. This time I'm always sure that I can hit the 405 and the speed is steady. I can go deeper. So yeah, I'm definitely stronger. It's obvious. And from 405, I could have just been conservative and go to 440, just 5 pounds more than my previous PR, or even 2.5 or whatever it is. I think 5 pounds because I can't do 2.5. Yeah, if I had tried 440, I may have been able to get it, but because I wanted to hit the PR in as few sets as possible, I went straight to 450 because I wanted to try 460 if everything went well. But when I got under the 450, man, it felt really, really heavy. You could have seen that I hesitated, but I just went for it, and yeah, my senses were telling me the truth. And I did fail, and it was just really annoying, really annoying. Yeah. So I'll have to look forward to the next 6 weeks so I can try again and see how far I've come. hopefully I have enough time to make it worthwhile. It should be good. It should be good. So that's that. I'm probably gonna avoid to do big jumps from now on, like when from now on, like to hit a new PR, instead of jumping my previous PR by a lot. I'm just gonna add 5 pounds, trying to ensure that I have a new PR before I can hit like a bigger one. So it's just because so far it's been working like that. I've been able to make substantial jumps without really having to pay the price for it. And I used to be very conservative, and I don't know what got into me. I just decided to get that huge jump, but you live and learn. All right, hopefully it was pretty helpful. You guys have a good insight in what's going on in my thought process while programming, and how things are going so far. So don't I would think from now on, those who have watched until now can tell what's really going on in my workout logs, because I don't get to comment very often, and it's because it takes time, extra time, to edit it and put it on all my workout, and I don't really see the return for my time worth it. And I've been consistent. I think I do enough that people get to see my training. Pretty much 95% of everything I do is up there for you guys to see. It's just work, man. Work. No secret, just smart work. But even smart work is hard work. Everything is and will always be the Meckanimal way. Salute. Peace.
The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live.